Because New York is the petri dish for the whole country, it pays to see how it treats businessmen and thugs. Restaurant owner Sebastian Rosario was fined $5,000 by the City Human Rights Commission for placing an ad for a waitress because it discriminates against men. Another restaurant paid out 5 G's for saying hostess. Meanwhile, when an Indian cafe tried to hire an experienced Indian server, that was discrimination based on national origin. They got fined thousands. Yeah, God forbid an Indian joint wants someone who knows the cuisine. Now, the city snags these people by reading Craigslist ads, which makes me wonder, if I search Craigslist for a tall, white female masseuse, can I be fined for racism or sexism or heightism? Seriously, what do I have against short Filipino males? You also wonder, if a restaurant placed an ad that read, "Only homeless need apply," would they get fined? Probably not. But if they said, "No homeless apply," they would be transient bigots. For as bureaucrats use language to punish the lawful, they use tolerance to coddle the troubled. Last week, 2 people were brutally attacked by transients here, separately. One stabbed with scissors. In New York, it's easier to get beaten than open a business. And so we have a greedy cycle where human rights commissions fine citizens in order to pay their own salaries so they can employ more human rights commissions. It's a bounty system where the prizes are business owners' heads. And so as restaurants go broke, tourists get stabbed. That's human rights in today's New York and perhaps tomorrow's America. So, KG, an Indian restaurant cannot hire an Indian waiter.
I don't get it.
That's incredible.
I don't know how to help you.
You can hire one,
here.
you just can't advertise for one.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know.
You have to use code words, euphemisms.
Can you say, like, chicken tikka masala anymore? Is that offensive, too?
I'm insulted.
I know. It's so tasty. But
I love Indian food, but my stomach doesn't.
Here we go again. It's like Groundhog Day with your intestines.
It's my intestines.
All over
It's like they find,
again.
it's like they find a shortcut in your body.
Yeah.
It's like they bypass everything.
And sometimes it comes right out your mouth.
Ooh. All right, well, Juan, I didn't expect this kind of. Juan, is it racist for me as an owner of a Mexican restaurant to prefer a Mexican chef?
Unless if the Mexican chef knows Mexican cuisine.
Yeah.
But you're making that assumption.
I am.
It could be that it's a woman, or it could be an Irish guy that's a great Mexican chef.
That's true.
But so that's the key.
Jesus.
You know.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is getting so ridiculous.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is why businesses are being driven out. They make fun of us for calling a regulation nation, and we should be pushing back on regulation. But these are good examples why people should be able to hire someone who speaks the language of the food that they are selling, speaks the language of probably half the people in the kitchen. Yes, they should be able to do it. It's just baffling, and they're getting away with it.
This is so ridiculous. But I think you think you're right.
I know I'm right.
You're wrong.
I know I'm
You're
right.
absolutely. You know what's interesting?
You know what's going to end up happening? You're going to go to a Mexican restaurant and get some food that doesn't taste anything
so in other
like you're
words,
expecting, because the person that was hired wasn't Mexican.
No.
Because they weren't allowed to advertise
this is like Donald Trump, who said he doesn't want any black person counting his money. He only wants Jewish people, short Jewish guys counting his money. People are like, "What are you talking about?" So that's the way.
What does
I mean, it's kind of nuts. Because you just said, when I said to Greg, so it could be an Irish guy who knows how to cook Mexican food and does a great job. You're going to say, "You're out of here, you Irish guy."
You guys, I think, Juan, you're missing the
Irish are good at a lot of things. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Love.
This is the way for the city to make money, more money. This is a way for them to pay for their salaries. If you look at these articles, the Human Rights Commission in New York, they are being attacked not by business owners, but by people who want them to do more.
Right.
So therefore, they're going out and trying to find the combing Craigslist so they could find a way to find these business owners more. The Indian restaurant had to hire lawyers.
And then they closed. They had to close down.
Okay, so great job.
Yeah, they left.
How sad is
I'm going to
that?
head over to Starbucks after this and get a tall, hot blonde. And I can.
How is that
tall
different
is
from
the
every
size
Thursday?
of a coffee, and hot is the temperature, and the blonde is the
You know they
type
had to
of
do a
coffee.
ton of market research
Can you
before
imagine?
they did that.
But that's okay.
On purpose.
Ordering a tall, hot blonde is okay.
I'm getting a lawyer immediately. I want one that says tall,
This
hot
is why, but
brunette.
also it's another good reason.
Yeah, you get it. I'm with you.
You want that.
It's a good reason for all of us to pay attention before these laws are passed, because now it's passed and they have staff and they have to fund it somehow, so they're trying to find any way to try to meet their salaries.
All right, we got to end on that note.